Hey everyone, this is Luminous coming at you with a pro to the commentary, and I'm super excited today because I've been sick for like a week, not just like a little bit sick. I'm like wicked sick, and I just got better, and I was like, dude, I'm ready for commentaries. I'm ready. I'm psyched up. And then when I Ghost to Gamer, I was like, and then there's like random LDHL replays, and random replays from random tournaments. I'm like, dude, I just got better, and there's no good replays to commentate because SMM's kind of over, WDC's over, and most of the games is already casted. But luckily today, found a very very good replay between Deity and Nirvana.cn. This is like rematch of WDC final. Both these teams extremely good. Deity, this up and coming team with a lot of stars and well recognized names such as Long Didi, Ferrari, Zippo, and some random numbers as Chinese players do have. And as you guys probably do not know or do know, Nirvana.cn, champions of RGC, champions of WDC, failed to win the SMM, and I think because of that, Instance has left the team. So Instance, I believe, was their former captain, now replaced by LM, which stands for Lamb. I don't know this player. Maybe Jack does know, because Jack is pretty up to date with a lot of the Chinese scene. So if he could grace us with his knowledge sometime about who this LM player is. This is for G Leagues. I believe this is like a semi-final match. G League is a Chinese online tournament. If it's a Chinese online tournament, it might as well be like a there's no lag issues, so the game should be good. As we see Deity on the first man here, getting rid of Pugna and Shadowfee. Meanwhile, Nirvana.cn going back for the Doombringer. Nothing too nothing too off is what I'm trying to say. You guys can't tell, right? Like, I'm talking really quickly, but I'm quite rusty because I haven't casted a game for actually quite a while. That game I uploaded, the Volker game I uploaded a while ago, 2 days ago, was actually casted a long time ago, but because the YouTube thing was being stupid, like it's really being stupid, I tried to upload it for at least 2 or 3 days, and YouTube was like, lol, no, and I couldn't upload it. So I really haven't casted for a long time, and this is like my game back from being sick and everything. Hope this game is gonna be good. But before this game gets underway, just a couple logistic things to kind of go over. I got a lot of feedback on the new YouTube format. Now that I have the ability to post a full length game instead of splicing it into different parts. A lot of people were complaining about having it in parts allowed them to kind of buffer it and have their internet to render the video and could watch it in chunks and whatnot. And also, a lot of people do enjoy it because they don't want to change, they don't want to go to a different part every 15 minutes, so they want to be able to watch the whole thing. So just to let you guys know, I want to give this full length thing a try. I'm not committing to it. I just want to give it a try to see how what it is gonna be like. Yes, it's gonna be really annoying for me to upload it because if my internet jacks off for a second during the upload, the whole thing you have to be re-upload again. So that's pretty annoying. But I just like to have things organized because if I have 6 parts on a commentary, all the comments are scattered. If I want to read all the comments, I have to click on 6 links, and then the embed playlist is gonna be really weird. And for you guys to find a game, where's part 3? Some of you guys would say, it's really random as well. But I'm gonna give this a try. I really like this kind of compact format, and hopefully you guys could grow to like it as well. But back to the game here, as we see Vengeful being third ban and Alchemist being third ban for Deity. Very standard bans here, nothing too unorthodox. It's quite surprising that the Deity is not banning Enigma for for Nirvana China. Nirvana China still haven't picked it up yet. I would have assumed they would have picked it up by now, but it looks like Nirvana China has opted for Line and Syllabir. Both of these heroes have been well, as Lions haven't been really being played as much lately, but Syllabir, D pick for SMM. I'm not too sure where you guys stand on that pick alone. I personally think he is a little bit overrated. The hero definitely has his merit in terms of pushing, has a lot of health. You could basically just throw a matchstick and a boost of speed on him, and he will be good for like the first 40 minutes of the game, and that's just like insane. Just wrap your head around that thought a little bit. Just like 700 gold worth of item on your main hero, and that's all he needs. Of course, his bear needs a bit too, but he's in that regard, he's quite item independent. Doesn't need a vanguard to be effective like other most melee carries. So he's getting picked, and because Syllabir's Spear Bear's demolish ability, he can push effectively as well. So we'll see what Nirvana China's what their strat is running. Nirvana China did pick up Syllabir against eHome. I believe in the winner bracket final of SMM, they did pretty well, but eHome just had an invincible Tinker, and it was a little bit too difficult for them to overcome. Meanwhile, Deity responds back with this Batrider second pick. Batrider, my god, he is just a beast of a hero. If you guys haven't checked it out, check out this 1v1 game between ZSMJ and Lone DD. I think they just played like a 1v1 show match or for fun or something. It was between No, the new hero. No, I don't know what's his full name. The No that shoots out poison and have like a disruption thing. Between No and Batrider, and oh my god, 1v1 general is really boring, and this is pretty boring. But when the kills happen, it was really like neck and neck kills. They were close kills. So if you got like 25-30 minutes, check it out or watch it in 2x speed. It's definitely a good game to check out. Do showcase the power of Batrider and No for that matter. So check those games out if you have time. And then Visage being third pick now. eHome has showed us that Visage is just a beast of a hero and a trialing. It looks like Deity is pretty forming well into their lanes. Windrunner is going to be soloing, so is that Batrider, and it looks like Visage is going to be a trialing hero. Now, Deity should pick up their Enigma by now, because from the judge of it, it looks like the Syllabir is going to be soloing. The line might be played by Yafet. And that's pretty much it, because Storm Spirit is not really popular nowadays. Shadow Fiend is banned, so there goes his 3 heroes now in, I believe, WDC, where Nirvana China like just whooped over everyone. They really showcase that Yafet could play more than just those 3. He has a great Pugna, has a great Windrunner as well, but those heroes are picked and banned. It looks like they're gonna go for Witch Doctor. Very interesting. I'm not exactly too sure about this. Yes, Voodoo Restoration is going to help the team a lot, especially if you're healing both the Syllabir and the Spirit Bear. And it's a great pusher too. It heals the creeps. But it seems like I'm not too sure, because against a Batrider, against a Visage, Witch Doctor is not that. I okay, you guys are like, Luminous, you're smoking. Witch Doctor is one of the best support heroes in the metagame, and I agree with that, but I just, for whatever reason, I don't feel comfortable seeing Nirvana China's pick right now. If they picked up Enigma, I would be much more comfortable at this point, because they kind of have a direction of what they're going to, but so far, I don't know. Morphling and a Beastmaster ban standard. Morphling receiving a lot of banning attention nowadays. Probably because of that. Ethereal Blade Morphling, I'm not too sure where you guys stand on this, but personally, I don't really think Ethereal Blade Morphling is that good. Yes, he'll get you a lot of kills. He'll ramp up to crazy damage. But if you go Ethereal Blade, the path down to Ethereal Blade, you're sinking a lot of gold. That will give you immediate mid-game advantage. But it's not a late-game thing that you're going to go to. I hope I'm making sense here. It's like you're branching out, and so you're sacrificing your really core late game potential for mid game powers. And you know, Morphling is always to me a very strong late game hero, so that's why I personally don't like it as much. But teams has showcased really brilliant play of the ethereal Morphling, so you know that's just my opinion. I feel like I'm rambling on, and I know a lot of you. Oh, nice ban here. The reason I said this is that Earthshaker nice ban is, of course, like I said earlier, Deity has already picked their long lane, has picked their solo lane. So right now, Deity is really pressed to form their tri lane. So Earthshaker is predominantly one of the best tri lane heroes there is, and banning that is gonna limit Deity's option. Deity is gonna go for the Sven here. Not a bad choice. I generally don't like Sven in a tri lane because yes, he's a very bursty hero in that first stun, but he doesn't have the continuity or that endurance for that second burst because, you know, his mana problem, very low mana. Generally, Svens nowadays don't get, unless you're, you know, unless you're a Sven on eHome's team. I'll get more on that later. Svens nowadays don't get enough farm, don't get enough experience, so he's good for the first like 15 minutes, and then he just falls behind. Now, when I was bringing up eHome Sven, eHome actually lets their Sven farm, gets a pretty early Blink Dagger and Ogre Axe, and he ramps up to the mid game pretty well with, you know, God Strength and whatnot. But that's just eHome Sven. I haven't seen any other team, at least maybe I'm not watching those correct replays, but I haven't seen any other teams, Chinese or not, play Sven like eHome does. So I'm not sure. So we'll see. We'll see where Nirvana China is gonna go when they're into their picks and bans. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have skipped ahead by now if you're not enjoying this. But if you don't enjoy this, feel free to skip ahead, because I know picks and ban analysis is not everyone cups of tea. I personally believe it's pretty important. That's why I want to, you know, cover the full extent of it. But we'll see. A Silencer being picked up. Again, Silencer a very predominantly good tri-lane hero, and I really like this hero, especially against Visage. Now the reason is that Visage is a hero that has to hold on to his nuke to the very last moment, or you know, Visage is a hero that you have to hold on to your nuke before you know, after all your teammate nukes, because that's how Soul Assumption works. Now, Curse of Silence kind of force your opponent to nuke ASAP because you don't want to drain, you know, get your mana and your MP drain. So it's a kind of a battle of effects here. Silencer forces you to cast as soon as possible, whereas Visage naturally wants to hold on to their spell as late as possible. So I really like Nirvana China's really last pick, and really this pick safeguards their Enigma picks as well. But, you know, Deity would not Enigma pick this late into the game because they don't have the lanes to do it, and they definitely need a hardcore support hero, and they are going to pick up Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden really complements the entire team very well, supports the tri-lane with nice slows, nice disables, support the rim runner well with the aura, and of course the Bat Rider is a pretty mana intensive hero in the mid game, so Crystal Maiden is going to help out the team a lot. Let's see what the Nirvana China team here will do. They do kind of have their tri-lane already. Well, they picked up 2 pieces of their tri-lane. They could throw the line in the tri-lane itself and then pick another solo hero. The Syllabare is most likely a solo, but I have seen sometimes Syllabare goes in a tri-lane with combination of, you know, 2 supports. I'm not really too sure what Nirvana China is doing here. They are masking their pick really well, or at the very least their hero gives them a lot of room in terms of laning. It might not be the most optimal lanes, but they do have many possible lanes, is what I'm trying to get here. But I really want to see DGC Enigma, as you guys, oh, there we go, DGC Enigma in the house. And of course his mother is not watching him play today, so he will just be Super Saiyan instead of Super Saiyan 3. But regardless, very good. Let's see what DGC end up to be his item build to be going. The standard Enigma item build is going to be that circlet into, you know, a couple of GG branch, a Tango, and a couple of Clarities. But a couple of versions back, or at least a month ago, I have seen DGC. Oh, he bought a Observer Ward. So is he going to be jungling? Very interesting. Generally, you don't allow your Enigma to buy wards because you know, he's in the long lane solo, so maybe this is the indicative of how they're going to be laning. Maybe he is going to go into jungle instead. Very interesting. Yeah, a month ago, or maybe even 2 months ago, I seen DGC Enigma literally gone this following item build in the long lane, which is ridiculous. Tango and 10 Clarities. Tangos and 10 Clarities. How baller is that to go Tango and 10 clarities. But nowadays, I'm not too sure why exactly he stopped that. Maybe he realized that he needs more recovery items, he needs more stats. But it was I think it was a baller item build. Let me check how everyone's item build is. Strange item here, actually, magic stick. That's actually a pretty smart item build. Maybe he was ooh. Oh, Syllabear, what are you doing? He is gonna take Napalm. Oh, Syllabear is gonna go down. Syllabear played by Zoe here. No, not gonna go down, but at least forced to be used in very early salve. And looks like the top lane is gonna be Silencer and Witch Doctor. A dual lane, interesting. Well, I say dual lane because I saw the Enigma got the wards, and I'm assuming he's gonna go jungle. Of course, Yafet is going to be solo mid and long lane solo by the Syllabear. Let's see if he can do it. He's going to go against a Bat Rider. I thought the Bat Rider is going to go mid. Instead, the Windrunner is going to go mid. Generally, we don't... Oh, Yafet. He is going to use his... Oh, no. I thought that was a good time to go. Could have Shackle Shot off the range creep and... got a little bit stunned. Now the line realized something is missing, a hero is missing, so he is going to stay safe. Meanwhile, the Enigma is going to be in the jungle, microing his Eidolons fairly effectively and trying to minimize his own damage as well. Meanwhile, on the top lane here, the dual lane of the dual lane right now of the Visage Crystal Maiden, and then joining a Sven in combination against the Silencer and the Witch Doctor. Let's go over the players and the heroes as I look at the mini map a little bit. There's a Stormbolt going on. Nova is already blasted, and there we go. Curse of Silence being dumped across. There we go. That nuke being forced to throw on the wrong heroes, and those hero that mana pool is already completely drained. We want the mid lane, a lot of right click damage being exchanged back and forth. Lion at 2-0 and the Windrunner at 4-1, so doing not too bad here at this point. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane here, Bat Rider, it's a 5-3 against the 1-1 on the Syllabear. As the Syllabear picks up a level or two, his damage is going to really increase. Oh, Windrunner extremely low HP, probably got on the wrong side of creep aggro, and is going to get himself cancelled. So I'm not too sure how this dual lane is going to work out. Silencer is going to get the farm. I really, it's definitely, we don't see this in a lot of pro games. In pro games, whenever we see a Silencer, he's really degraded to a support role. And I personally think that's probably the best way to play the Silencer, because to me, the biggest asset of the Silencer is that global silence, it's that last word. And if you ever go a DPS Silencer, you're putting a Silencer in the risk. You know, you're putting him in the front line to do that DPS. But if he's on the front line, he will be... There's a chance of him dying. And when a Silencer dies, you lose a big part of your... You lose a big reason to pick that Silencer, which is like global silence in the last word. So we'll see though. We'll see how that plays out. I honestly have not seen a Chinese team play a kind of a DPS Silencer. We'll see. That Curse of Silence just being extremely annoying. The mana is already extremely drained on the Visage here, and a lot of physical damage being traded back and forth. Crystal Maiden down to a single nuke. Sven full mana at this point though, because of that Crystal Maiden, or a no death yet. No, there we go. Bat Rider is gonna go in, but no, gonna turn back. Zoe smartly summons back the bear, and level 3 Spear Bear, no, level 2 Spear Bear. Does not have Entangle yet, but does have... Oh my god, why did I move away from the trialing? I apologize, as we see the Witch Doctor played by Banana. That is not Hi, that is Banana. I think. That's Banana. Played by Banana does go down. I apologize. Man, you know what? I'm so pissed right now, because I always want to cast a game without missing a first blood. But there's always next game. Hopefully, I won't miss any other more kills. I'm gonna look at this trialing. Probably just a very, standard into Nova, into Stormbolt, into a Soul Assumption. I wonder how the Sentinel got the mana to do it, but though. Anyways, going back to the players here, the Silencer is gonna play by Lamb. Again, I don't know anything about this player because he's new. Of course, DGC on that Enigma, but we have Sven circling in the back here. Silencer taking some damage. He is going to take a Stormbolt. Oh, juking in the fog, salving up immediately. Nice cast, but he is going to get Stormbolt and going to go down to the tower. Let's see if Witch Doctor can get a kill. Yes, tower gets a kill, so really well played by the Witch Doctor. Was not able to save his Silencer, but at the very least, got a kill out of it. Now, he got to be careful. He still have a salve, but he's at half HP already. Meanwhile, checking the farm at the mid lane, Windrunner's at 12 and 4, Lion is at 13 and 6, so this farm is a little bit stabilized. Once we hit level 6, we are going to see a little bit more skirmish, especially with that Finger of Death online here. The reason I was a little bit surprised when that Windrunner was at the mid lane instead of the bottom lane is that mid lane doesn't really offer you a lot of trees to shackle shot off. Yes, if you're super Ghost Elite Pro, you could shackle shot off creeps, but you know, it really definitely offers you more possibilities, if you will, if you could shackle off creeps as well. Now we go, Stormbolt is going to go in, Batrider is going to go on the Syllabear. Syllabear gets in, oh, there's an Entangle, oh, is he going to kill them? No, very lucky Entangle proc from the Spirit Bear, and is gonna, oh, he gotta be careful. The Stormbolt is a fairly low cooldown, spend 6 around, and meanwhile, and whenever I look at the bot lane here, they're gonna trade a kill on the top lane. Looks like Crystal Maiden is going to lose a lot of mana and HP. Crystal Maiden picking up a Ring of Regeneration. Fairly interesting. Going to go for that headdress, I presume, into a mecha, but I wonder whether she's going to get the farm for it. Maybe pick up the Ring of Regeneration for a little bit of regen purposes. That is like quite odd if you're just going to go that. So most likely going to go for the mecha, but she's not going to get enough farm to do it. So, and generally you want your Visage to pick up the mecha, so I'm not really too sure what that was all about. Maybe it's handed to the Visage, but it doesn't look like it has that teammate shared icon, if you get what I'm saying. So I have really no idea what this thing about. Meanwhile, we have a couple creeps chasing the Lion. Lion bottles this up, and oh, there's going to be double damage pop, and there we go. Is going to impale. Mana is gonna, okay, he sheeps. And then now both people are balling up like crazy. Is there going to be impaled? There you go. 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit. No, Windrun is going to be popped. No Finger of Death. And he's going to be chasing another hit. 1 more hit. And he is going to pop himself. Another hit. Oh no. Is there going to be no more impale? Another hit. How is Lion so freaking quick? And what? Why? Oh, okay. Another Windrun. He is gonna be okay. But meanwhile, on the top lane here, tower is gonna be pushed down by DGC. So DGC's jungling Enigma is paying off. Got a gank off, got a tower push. So that's not too bad. Fairly uncommon way to play the Enigma. Generally, again, we see Enigma in the long lane solo, but definitely not kind of this pseudo tri-lane thing. Judging in the bot lane here, 16 and 5 is Lone Druid's farm, but 37 and 13 is Lone Deity's Batrider. Lone Deity's Batrider is going to pick up a fairly early Blink Dagger. And once that Batrider picks up the Blink Dagger, he's such a dangerous hero. Could just isolate any single hero. Witch Doctor is going to bite this dust immediately. There's going to be a Soul Assumption to the face. And now going to go for the Silencer. Crystal Maiden is going to go down to the Eidolons. No, he is not. Crystal Maiden, 36 Ds on those boobs. A lot of extra HPs from those boobs, obviously, is going to give himself a little bit extra. Oh, Syllabear now in trouble, gets another Entangle, and the DPS from that bear is just going to force the Firefly away. How many times do we see Jinzak, the Batrider in the early lane, gets out DPS by another hero? That is fairly odd to see. Another rune being picked up by Yafet here. Still no Finger of Death usage so far. Windrunner and the Lion both at fairly low HP. Lion's going to try to circle around, get a gank off by someone, but little does he know he's already seen by the familiar. Let's see if it's going to be some nice counter ganking. No, he's going to circle around and go for the Windrunner. The fairly gutsy route to take. Well, he does have teammate support. No, he's gonna go all the way balls deep. Yafet thinks he's Heroes of Azrath, tower diving like two. No, he's gonna turn back. Not Heroes of Azrath. That would be a low baller. We'll see though. We'll see. He's still in that near vicinity, trying to hunt down this Visage. Visage does have Grave. He's gonna circle around. Oh, not enough time. 1 hit, 2 hit. Hex. No, Finger of Death. Was that he AFK or something? He just stood there, literally no skills being casted. I have no idea what that was about. Maybe Zippo was shopping. I don't know. He just literally stood there. Okay. Alright, meanwhile on the bottom lane here, Batrider is still going at it with the Syllabear. Batrider leading the farm is going to Firefly in, and oh, what is he going to do? There is a Malphus going on, but the bear is going to go die, but no, not before the Batrider goes down. So this Syllabear somehow, some way is really only the Batrider. like I said earlier, man, Bat Rider is the king of early game, but somehow Zoe says like, no, my Syllabear is the king of early game. I don't know what you're talking about. And it looks like you're gonna try to get a tower push and double ring of regeneration, going for that early hood. How is Crystal Maiden getting all this go? I don't know. Who is buying this ward? Crystal Maiden is buying the ward too. So is she picking up a lot? She's 2-0. Okay, so maybe that's why. But I'm not too sure whether double ring of regen is good in terms of effective HP. I would think like an early earn would help the team a lot. But we'll see though. We'll see. Now Bat Rider is going to go in again. Now zaps in the Enigma, and the Enigma might bite the dust here. No, is it going to Black Hole? Yes! Black Hole is going to be cast, but keeping out Familiars does not affected by Black Hole. Looks like he's going to go down to the fire, but the Bat Rider now might be in trouble. No, the Bat Rider is going to come around, trying to go for the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor extremely low HP. One more hit from the Bat Rider. Bat Rider is going to pick himself a double kill. Really well done. Not exactly too sure what the Silencer or the Syllabear was doing in that entire duration of Black Hole. Not enough DPS from the Scourge team, and unfortunately DGC bites the dust here. Yafei continued to pick up the rune. He is at 30 and 10 farm. Not exactly the best farm in 10 minutes. That's only 3 a minute. Windrunner a little bit better at 44 and 45 and 7. So that's not too bad. Phase speed already being completed. Actually, Sentinel has a lot of mecha heroes, but really no one's close to their mecha yet. Visage, Visage not even close. What is wrong with this game? Like, Ring of Regen being bought on Crystal Maiden and whatnot. Maybe they're having an April Fool's Day with Luminous. I don't know. Like, these item choices makes absolutely no sense. I hope I'm not loading this game in like the wrong versions. I'm not sure if you guys ever watch a replay in like the wrong version. Like if I watch this replay in like 1.24b or something, the heroes start being like idiots and acting out like really weird. So far most heroes seem to follow a logical fashion. So I we'll see though. We'll see in a couple of seconds whether they start to do like crazy stuff. Enigma is going to go back to his mid lane. He does have his Blink Dagger finished, so the jungling Enigma is still very effective to farm. Generally, we see the long lane DGC Enigma picks up the tread first and then go for the Blink Dagger. This game he has opted for the Blink Dagger first, and I'm not exactly too sure what the strategic reason behind this. I generally think treads first is a little bit better, and that Bat Rider fire, oh my god, it's just burning Yafet to death. They're gonna try to get this tower denied, but unfortunately not. Long DD is gonna get, there's a last word, but let's see if he's gonna go for the Bat Rider. There's an Impale going on the Bat Rider. Might take a finger of death, a lot of stun going on him. But just a lot of these residual damage was just too much. Meanwhile, DGC in the mid lane got picked up by the Windrunner. Thanks to a really nice gank from the Familiars and the birds from the Zippo. I apologize while I was watching the action at the bottom lane. Now these guys are putting a little bit of action on the mid lane as well, and might be able to take down this tower. Someone is teleporting in. That is the Silver. Let's see if we can call the beer as well. I don't think he's going to get the deny though. Oh no, not to deny. Ferrari getting the last hit on the tower. So a quick 1-2 tower being taken down by the Sentinel team. That is the extra 2,000 gold that you don't want the enemy team to have at this stage of the game. Tower count is 2-1 in favor of Deity. But as we know, Syllabear is a hero that could push extremely quickly. In a flash, in a blink of the eye, he could just go on your mid tower, and there's really nothing you could do about it. Looks like they're gonna do just that right now. Syllabear just have a Stout Shield on the Spirit Bear, and he just have a stick and a Boots of Speed, and again, that's all he needs. I think he's gonna save up for that relic already at 1,800 gold, and if he managed to last at this tower, that is definitely gonna help out his Radiance a lot more. Morphing in true form for more damage, and that call or battle cry giving the bear a little bit plus damage, and they're gonna try to ram down this tower. Tower losing some nice HP thanks to the Eidolon push, and let's see if they're gonna be a clutch deny, really clutch deny by Zippo there, and that was quite unfortunate by Nirvana China. They definitely needed that gold to kind of stay even with the Sentinel team, but unfortunately was not able to get it here. And that goal definitely would have helped out the minion, which is Blink Dagger and whatnot. Let's see how close he is to his Blink Dagger. He is sitting at 1500, so just a couple of minutes if he doesn't die, or if he picks up a quick kill or here or there, then he will get his Blink Dagger fairly soon. But I think that right now the thing to watch is Lone DD's Blink Dagger, which he does not have it. Lone DD 1800 gold, so he's gonna get his Blink Dagger soon as well. Once Lone DD picks up his Blink Dagger, he will be all over the map and ganking people. Really good farming pattern, a jungling pattern done by the Bat Rider. You can see that he's actually just burning through all the trees, and creeps, they will just chase you like idiots and they won't run away from the fire, and they are just a single firefly will allow you to take down many camps. And that's why some teams have tried Bat Rider as the jungle hero, especially starting at level 1. I don't really advise that because Bat Rider is a really awesome hero in lane, but mid games he could really jungle up really easily, as she just showcased by Lone DD, and he is gonna have his Blink Dagger already. Does he have it yet? Yeah, he does. So he does have a teleportation scroll as well. If the Scourge decides to push this level 2 tower, I don't think they're gonna do that, but if they are, this Bat Rider will be able to teleport in. There we go, Blink Dagger picked up, and I think he is gonna start to look at his first prey now. Now, one thing about how this lineup is gonna be going, I think the primary target for the Bat Rider is either going to be the Silencer or the Enigma. If he could grab the Silencer and kill the Silencer before the Silencer gets off his global ult, that is a huge asset to his team. Or if you could grab the Enigma and then kill him before he uses the Black Hole, that would just negate Scourge's teamfight power, as we have a great Blink Dagger Black Hole. This is DGS stuff, and that Windrunner is gonna go down. Sven is gonna TP out though, but is he gonna kill? Lion almost dying to the Windrunner, but Lion already have his own Blink Dagger finished as well. So every hero that really needs a Blink Dagger already have the Blink Dagger finished. Aside from Sven, let me see how Sven is doing. Sven does not have his Blink Dagger. Pretty expected, 300 gold at this point. But yeah, the core heroes such as the Bat Rider, such as the Enigma and the Lion all have the Blink Dagger finished. So at this point, we're most likely going to see some really nice initiation, as we just saw from DGC, or some really nice ganking attempts from the Lion and the Bat Rider. This Bat Rider is spending quite a bit of time in the jungle. I'm not too sure whether he'd like this. I mean, this is his moment to shine, and he is just shining in the jungle. So I mean, yeah. We'll see. Lone DD definitely way better hero than I am, and I'm way better player than I am. But if he's a hero, he'll be a better hero than I am too. So he's definitely more Chinese than I am, if that even makes sense. Cause I'm an immigrant and he's not, so he's definitely more Chinese. But I do speak both Cantonese and Mandarin, and to the best of my ability, Lone DD does not. So maybe in that regard, I'm more Chinese than him. Anyways, let's get back to this game, as there's not much happening. 17 minutes in, 9-8, fairly standard game. I think Scourge is just waiting for their relic on that Lone Druid. Meanwhile, Sentinel is waiting for something, but I don't think they should be waiting at this point here. They're definitely not a very late game lineup, as we see gonna go for a Hex Windrunner. Yes, that is a very logical choice because he doesn't have to go for that. Go for the mecha, which should generally go. Looks like the mecha is going to be picked up by the Necrolith. Let me see where that Crystal Maiden is. Crystal Maiden gone for the hood first. How often do we see a 18-minute hood on a Crystal Maiden? This is a pretty baller Crystal Maiden. Got a couple of kills, buying the wards for the team, but still getting the hood. That is definitely gonna help the team once you finish the pipe. That's gonna be epic. But they are gonna go on this tower, and they're gonna get it. No defense coming from the Scourge team. Just gonna give it for free. And this tower is fairly important in terms of map control. Now, we do know that the Scourge definitely have the better edge in terms of the map, in terms of the Roshan area. But if the Sentinel decide to do a Roshan push, this would be a very good tower for the Scourge to teleport to and kind of do a Roshan jack. But since that tower is down, the Sentinel just got themselves some really nice map control. So that was really well done. As Crystal Maiden gets gets entangled and fingered. Good riddance by the Lion. So there we go. And cool beans. 9-9. 19 minutes in, I feel like this is a fairly boring game. I mean, there's 18 kills, so there's 1 kill per minute, but it's just like it's here and there, just a lot of farming. And despite having the items to be fairly offensive, we have seen the Bat Rider just jungling. We have seen the line mostly just jungling as well. So these guys are just like, we'll just farm. We'll just farm. So since there's really nothing going on, just want to tell you guys about a little pet project I'm trying to do, not Dota related at all. And in this project, I'm actually looking for an artist that I could draw in a comic slash manga style on the PC. And if you have a scanner, like if you match that criteria, drop me a message. I would be more than welcome to brief you more on the project. Actually, I'm trying to create a voice comic, if that actually makes sense. So it's a comic with voice over it and music. It's like a kind of a sort of a movie production, not really, but comic styled. Anyways, so if you're an artist and if you like to participate in some of that, let me know and we'll talk. Anyway, so as I was ranting about that, Sentinel pushing another tower, and looks like they're gonna get another one. I really don't know what Nirvana China is doing right now. They're just giving towers left and right here, and this tower is gonna get taken down without any sort of defense being put up by Nirvana China. This has to be a conscious decision they're making. They're going to trade this tower for this Roshan kill, but I doubt they're going to get it, as we see Sentinel Hero is going to surround from either side. The birds are already here. It's going to delay this Roshan thing with a couple of pushes, yeah, a couple of stuns if need be. And well, they are going to get a Bat Rider. Let's see if he's going to be in Tango. Oh, he's going to try to fly away, but there's a Finger of Death. It's going to pick off that Bat Rider, and I think without the Bat Rider, the Scourge is safe to get this Roshan. So let's see. Oh, is there gonna, yes, Relic is going to be finished already on the on Zoe, and that bear got whooped by the Roshan, and there is still enough hero on the Sentinel squad to kind of do this Roshan Jack if needed. Let's see if Sven has his Blink Dagger. No, opted for the Ogre Axe first. I really dislike this choice. You gotta keep in mind that BKB does nothing for you against a black hole, and it really does nothing for you in terms of, I mean, if you see a line blinks in, you could always press your BKB, but most likely, you know, the reaction time and online lag and whatnot for whatever like thing, I'm most likely sure that you can't really activate your BKB before the line hexes you. So I really prefer the more offensive build, and Blink Dagger is one of those heroes, like Ian James Barnett always say. Blink Dagger is one of those items. The more you have of it on your team, the more effective it is. So instead of the Bat Rider going at him by himself and just, you know, isolating a single hero or maybe even two hero, if you have 2 or 3 Blink Daggers on your team and just all jump in together, you could get a really nice, you know, semi-wombo combo to go on, and that's far more effective than a solo Bat Rider going in. So that's why I really like the Blink Dagger in this case on the on the Sven. Unfortunately, that's not going to be the case. Sentinel are doing a very dutiful job in terms of doing this, trying to stop this Roshan, and they're doing a really good job. The familiars are nearby, really long range spells such as the what is that fire spell from that Bat Rider, that laser missile PPU thing. But there we go. We have a Yavitz coming in. Keep in mind there is a Blink Dagger Black Hole. Oh, Enigma, gotta be careful though. He is, oh, those birds are just stalking him at this point. The silencer extremely low, gets entangled. Once again, the Sven is gonna go down now. Therefore, it's gonna be flying like crazy here. Really good team fight being fought off by the Nirvana China team. This is where Nirvana China excels here. Yavitz in a little bit of trouble, but it's gonna, oh, Crystal Maiden is gonna go down, but not before the before the Visage. Soul Assumptions, another here. Oh my god, very low HP. Witch Doctor is very low HP, but really nice power shot. It's gonna pick off the silencers. No, pick off the line. Witch Doctor pick him off. And with this back and forth team fight, I thought the Sentinel was losing it, but they are gonna get this back. I think Bat Rider bought back. Yeah, he should. He bought back. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether he died or not, but he's still alive now, and he got Silencer. Another kill on the Silencer. Now the Sentinel has two choices here. They could put a little bit of damage on this bottom tower. I'm not too sure whether they could do that because of this bear. It's just so annoying here. Or they could do a Roshan steal of your own. This Roshan steal is very, very risky, but they do have the DPS. Rogue Knight definitely bought back. Yeah, Rogue Knight got picked off immediately. He bought back, teleport back, and there we go. They always were to buy back in. No, they're going to turn back, realizing that it's not going to be enough time. They don't have enough DPS to do it. So they smartly backs off. So there was just a kind of a pointless team fight next to Roshan. Both teams got a couple of kills here or there. But crucially, Windrunner does have his Hex finish, so maybe that was the little reason why they're being so effective in that team fight. Only 1200 HP on that Windrunner, so if the Scourge is smart, they should be focusing on the Windrunner. If they can keep her perma-stunned, she is not a really difficult hero to pick off, and especially if you disable her Hex and whatnot. Meanwhile, the Scourge going back to that Roshan once again. This is like the third time. This is fairly reminiscent of that game casted by Jack between Star Boba and Nirvana Malaysia, where they were just camping around the Roshan area for like forever. But the team fight is definitely not as epic. There was just one single epic, but we have the Sven coming in. Let's see if we're gonna get a Stormbow. Oh, gonna get a Stormbow. Is gonna steal 40 Roshan. There is a great black hole on the ledge, but those familiars gonna come in to cancel up. They are gonna try to pick off the Sven before he does anything, but no, the Enigma goes down first. Who got the Aegis? The bear got the Aegis, but he is going to be in trouble. The bear is going to go down to the familiars. Meanwhile, the soul assumption is going to be casted continuously. And Sven's still alive here. Deity winning team fights one after another because of those mobility and chasing power of those Windrun, of the Grave Chill, of the Firefly, and the Crystal Maiden Nova and everything. They are winning team fights one after another, and this is really, really shocking for two reasons. Normally, Nirvana in China, one of the best Chinese team fight heroes, or Chinese team fight teams out there, and also I think the Nirvana China heroes are more capable, more suitable for a team fight. They do have the black hole, they do have the global silence. Of course, the bear is such a big distraction in a team fight, and I just don't know how Nirvana China is just getting curb stomped at this point. I gotta say, all those early towers being needlessly given up has something to do with it. I think they're gonna be on the verge of getting wrecked. And Deity is saying, dude, you beat us in WDC final. We want to show you it's just a fluke. We could just beat you as easily. Batrider is gonna going for the line. Lion's gonna go down. Oh my god, Lion goes down. Oh, actually, he picked up the Aegis. Okay, so he picks up the Aegis. He is going to be able to help out his team, but this Rax extremely low at this point. Now, Bear gets lassoed, and he's going to get pulled. Oh, he's going to be okay. A lot of HP, though. And Sven going to get picked off. Now, the Windrunner gets picked off. So, Crystal Maiden in trouble as well. Trying to TP out. Is going to be a Hex? No Hex, though. Now, I think these guys are going to be okay. No, the Bear chases down the Batrider, so a little bit of an overextension by Deity. And Nirvana China claws their way back, but these Raxes extremely low HP. They gotta take care of their Raxes. This glaive thrower doesn't know what he's hitting. Should have been hitting this crypt the whole time, but instead of going for this ziggurat, this glaive thrower must be powered by Satoshi, man. He's like, dude, getting that ziggurat gives you 100 gold, way more important than that Rax. So what's hitting that? Whenever I push with Satoshi, man, Satoshi always hits this ziggurat. I don't know why. But Satoshi is also someone that dooms a Lincoln Sphere Windrunner. So that actually explains a lot, if you don't know what I'm saying. So there we go. Actually, very interesting here. Lamb, I don't even know his name. LM, the silencer, was getting a lot of farm in lane, but actually he's just buying the wards at this point. I'm not sure he actually bought the wards or he actually is just placing it. Let me see. No, he's actually buying the wards. I really dislike this item choice. I think the Witch Doctor can be the one that's buying the ward and your silencer because he was getting some of the creep kills in lane. Well, if you look at the creep kills, 33 and 38, so that's fairly even. But yeah, because he was getting the early creep kills, I think it would have been more beneficial to the team if he picked up the what do you call it, the mecha. But instead of he's just buying wards, so fairly odd choice here. And of course, Batrider going to this camp once again for more neutrals. Let's see, he's gonna end up picking up this mecha. I think Silver might be ending up getting this Mega Bacillary. Really needs to ramp up to other items as well. He does have his Radiance finish. I really don't know what his next item will be. It's a very common choice. But he could ask as one of his support. Enigma generally goes flats after his Blink BKB. But we'll see whether that's gonna be the choice or not. We'll see though. We'll see. So I gotta say though, the Deity team won a couple of team fights, but they pushed up the racks and unfortunately got kind of wiped there as well. So I gotta say the game is a little bit fairly even. Again, you gotta keep in mind the Scourge team is a little bit more late. The Bear is definitely way more later than Rim Runner, at least in my opinion. And again, I still think Nirvana China does have the better team fight. As Deity has showcased that they could win team fights despite Nirvana China having the better team fight heroes. So we'll see. Pipe already finished on the Crystal Man. I haven't checked farm, and as you guys can tell, I'm really rusty in terms of casting. So I'm ranting on really much. I feel like I'm ranting on really. I don't know. Rimrunner has 125 creep kill. The Beer has 127 creep kill. The next highest on the team is 84 on the line, and 76 on the Bad Rider, and 50 on the Enigma, and 67 on Sven, 56 on the Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden having so many farm, and actually Zippo not having many farm. Wow, I wonder whether this is a conscious decision, giving Crystal Maiden the creep kills to get the pipe. Well, because Zippo is most likely going to get a lot of kills through Soul Assumption anyways. If you look at, he's pretty stacked, right? Vlad's, Hood, and Mecha. It looks like they're going to go for this Raxer. Let's see if they're going to be some miracle defense from Nirvana China. Nirvana China, oh, the Crypt is losing so much HP. Is it going to be Glyph? No Glyph yet. These birds going on the Rax. Rax is going to go down. Yes, Rax goes down. He blinks in. BKBs, oh, but unfortunately was unable to get anyone. Now the Sven goes in, but unable to do anything now. He is going to get stunned to death. But they did pick out the devices, so they are going to lose a lot of Soul Assumption. Now this Crystal Maiden in trouble now. Cass's ultimate doing a hell lot of damage. Oh, now a Blackout just to cancel the ult of the Crystal Maiden. But they already pick off the Slowbear. A miss impale on the Windrunner. Windrunner is going to get a Shackle shut off. And oh, nice block. Gonna try to TP out, no, but there's a cast, there's some silence, and there's enough stuns to pick off that Windrunner, and Windrunner goes down. So another unsuccessful, well, no, never mind, that was a successful push. Despite getting wiped, they did get a crypt, and 31 minutes in, you get a Rax from the enemy team, especially considering that the enemy team is a better pushing team. They have Syllabir, they have Eidolons, and you're out pushing them. So right now, Deity, aside from one or two extra devs, everything is going to plan. Despite them not having as good of a late game, they are securing themselves a very safe route to victory by having such an early Rax. So far so good by Deity. I was not too sure where was Lone Deity in that last team fight. I just saw the Sven blinked in, and the Visage was just a little bit out of position. So maybe because he saw his teammate was too out of position and thus wasn't feeling too safe to blink in. But so far, Lone Deity, I haven't seen him going too balls deep. And Bad Rider, in my opinion, is one of those heroes that should be going balls deep, going Heroes of Azarath. Like if you guys are wondering what exactly is Hero Azarath, I don't know either. It's just one of Restalkers saying, whenever I go balls deep diving on a hero, he go like, dude, Luminous, why are you going Heroes of Azarath style on them? So I have incorporated that into my commentary as well. But meanwhile, going to back a little bit more serious note in the commentary, Nirvana China, if you're in Nirvana China's position here, again, there's really not too much to worry about. Yes, they did get Rax, but because you do have the Solar Bear and because he's going to AC, you could really turtle this game a little bit longer. But this Rimrunner is getting a little bit stacked now. He does have, again, Hex finish, and now going for the MKB. Once the MKB finish, MKB plus Focus Fire is just a hell lot of DPS. We have seen, despite Celebrate having a lot of HP, it's a little bit paper HP, or not paper HP, but he's not exactly the beastly tank that we all think he is. buys a Planeswalker Cloak, there's a lot of magical damage on Sentinel. That Crystal Maiden was putting her in quite a hurt on that Solar Bear. So we'll see though. Now these Sentinel team persisting with their push, trying to pick off this Temple of the Dam. I don't think this second Rax is really too high on the priority list because it's just a Ranger Rax. It looks like the Sentinel team is going to be pushing the bottom lane instead. I think this is far a better choice, and because they have the creeps here, they could really abuse the kind of the 2-lane push. Because they have to defend. The Scourge have to defend at some point at the mid lane as well here. Solar doing the right thing, he's putting himself out in the kind of the tanking position. Black Hole is online, the Blink Dagger online is online, Finger of Death is online, All Spell online. Let's see if Nirvana.cn could get another magical team fight. They really need magical team fights to pull themselves back into this game. Something is feeling amiss, says Deity, and they are going to pull back. They're going to pull back. No, they're going to stay around. Just stay, feel safe, waiting for the Scourge Hero to be a little bit out of position. The not many other item progressions. Yeah, not many other item progressions from the Sentinel team. Scourge team, the Silencer still doesn't have his mecha. Hex, oh yeah, Hextech finish. I remember seeing this Hextech on the line in this earlier team fight they fought off. So damn line, Hextech, Blink Dagger, extremely good farm. Normally we see Demon Witch going for BKB instead. I'm not exactly too sure why he didn't go for the BKB, because maybe he was feeling that BKB won't be exactly too helpful against the physical DPS of the God Strength Rogue Knight, and of course the Windrunner is dealing pretty hefty physical damage as well. So, but I feel like BKB is still extremely helpful, especially against the stuns, against the magical damage of that Visage, and Flaming Lasso. Not Flaming Lasso, the Firefly is magical damage as well, and you could prevent or / reduce a lot of it with BKB. And I'm not too sure why the line has gone for Hex instead. And, definitely Hex a very good item, and I think that extra disable goes a long way. But well, one thing really interesting about the Hex on the Demon Witch is that if you time I believe if you time your stuns correctly, you can chain stun. Perma stun, right? Hex for like 3.5. Oh, there was an initiation. No, Black Hole is gonna be going in. There's a global silencer. The Windrun goes down immediately. There's a great team fight being started off by Nirvana.cn. No Black Hole still not being casted. There is gonna be a Black Hole. Yes, Black Hole being casted on both the Sven and the Bad Rider. Bad Rider now being focused down, and this is a team fight that Nirvana.cn have been waiting for. They can pick off the Sven. Crystal Maiden uses ultimate, give it last word, cancel immediately. Bad Rider goes down. Crystal Maiden goes down, and that was, ladies and gentlemen, a team wipe brought to you by Nirvana.cn, best in the business to do this, and they just pulled themselves back into this game. 18-25 is the score, but despite of that, they are still behind in the single racks, but they are, at the very least, it's going to pick off this Roshan. Hopefully the lags will be a little bit better now. I paused the game because I was having some FPS lags. It's not really fixing itself. I have a lot of hard drive left. My computer is not really overheating, so I have no idea why my computer is being so ghetto right now. It's still lagging. Hopefully the game will be a little bit better. And yeah, one thing we have seen a lot of Syllabear should be doing lately is moving their items onto the bear. Because as we all know, the Spear Bear doesn't scale into the late game pretty well. It's only 2,700 HP, barely 6 armor, and it's heavy armor as well, so it takes a lot of magical damage. And because of that, the bear will go down fairly quickly. And and once you lose your bear, you lose your radiance. So we do see Zoe moving towards him, and I think he picked up a hood. Very interesting. Give them put a hood on the bear and the pipe. Yes, pipe finish on the bear, morphing around. Okay, what is he doing? Morphing around, probably morphing around to have a lower HP pull, so his pipe of insight will heal him quicker, and then put. I think he should put his. Yeah, I think he's really put the radiance on his hero at this point of the game. I think the Hyperstone could stay on the bear, but we'll see though. We'll see whether he's gonna make the change later on. I mean, right now at this point, it's not really definitely important, and having the radiance on the Spear Bear will increase your farm because you could do some really nice trick, send the bear in the jungle, and then farm the lane. That would be pretty nifty, but we'll see. Judging at the bot lane here, Bot Rider already having his hood, Necrolite having his hood. Not many item progressions though, like not a big Hex or anything finish, but considering that Deity has been losing some of the last couple of team fights, it looks like the Deity is trying to get some creep advantage on the enemy side. And they are going to get this. There is a Vlad's finish. No, that Vlad's was finished quite a while. Rogue Knight has all but paused in his farm as well. So the entire Sentinel team hasn't got a new item for quite a bit now. But I think they're saving for buyback. Lone DZ definitely saving for buyback. I think Ferrari saving for that buyback as well. Gold on the Scourge side is not as plentiful because they're just buying items left and right. Ghost Staff picked up by the line. But you gotta be extremely careful in terms of when you're activating that Ghost Staff, because there's quite a bit of magical damage on the Sentinel side. If you activate on the wrong time, you could very well take a freaking... Oh, there's a blink. No? Okay. Not too sure why he's blinking. As we see Ferrari goes down, that was why he's blinking. But a little bit too far to help out. And that was the power of the Hex. Yeah, so I was saying this earlier. If you have a Hex tick, you could literally perma-stun. If you use the Guinsu first... No, I mean, if you use the Hex first, and then you Impale, and then you Guinsu, and then by the time all that shit is over, you could Hex again. Or was it Impale? Like, if you do either Hex or Impale first, and then you run around your whole combo, you could go back to your entire combo. So you could literally chain stun a single hero for like an eternity. And that's really important for gimping hero with Blink Daggers, or like a Wind Run ability, or something like that. So, really well done by Yafit. I gotta say, this is a really ballsy choice. I think I definitely would have made BKB. I still would have got BKB after the Hex. I mean, I'm not, Ghost Scepter is definitely a good item in dodging a lot of physical DPS, but still a lot of magical DPS to worry about. And nope, but, Yafit says, I'm the man, I know exactly what I'm doing, as Zoe picks up another tower, and looks like he is going to go for this top tower as well. Right now at this point, yes, the late game powers of that Syllabir is going to be coming into effect here. Aegis and a pipe on a Syllabir, so this is starting to be not a good choice for the Sentinel team to focus on the Syllabir. Sentinel should really try to focus on the 4 intelligence heroes, as they're extremely low in HP, low in armor as well, but they do have quite a bit of survivability in terms of having BKB, having silence, Mecha and pipe. Mecha hood finish now. The Blink Dagger gonna go in, gonna go for the line. 1 hit, 2 hit, throw. No, there you go. There's that Ghost Staff going in. Global Silence being casted. Is he gonna go in? BKB, Black Hole is gonna get 2 heroes. You can't ask for everything, didn't get the entire team, but they are gonna go for the Visage. Visage extremely low HP. The Sven going on work on the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor is gonna survive though. Sven goes down. The Visage goes down. Bad Rider comes in a little bit late to the party. Gonna drag the bear, but that is not going to be the important target. I believe they should be focusing on the low HP heroes. Yes, I think this is the game here. Windrunner dies, buys back and immediately teleports in. The bear goes down though. I don't think he can teleport in. He gets silenced, but there we go. The perma hexing ability of that line is going to come into effect. There's Windrun, but there is going to be Hex. There we go. There's going to be Impale. No Impale, but it's going to go down to that Radiance. And I believe this is the game. Yes, they still have the mid-racks, but the pushing ability of the Syllabir and this team wipe coming from Nirvana China is just a little bit too much for Deity. Deity does not have as big of an advantage. I think Bad Rider bought back once again here. Just having a play mail. There we go. Blink Dagger, and he's going to be permanent hexing. Gotta be careful. It's going to take a freeze by. Crystal Maiden is going to try to walk into but unfortunately it gets silenced, gets hex, and it's going to go down before even casting his ultimate. And the Bad Rider in trouble as well. I don't think these guys should be chasing Bad Rider. Just force him away and going down racks. This tower taking quite a bit of damage. Yafet is healing up by the urn, and these birds being extremely annoying. Gonna get died and feed gold though. Syllabir did get his Spear Bear cooldown, and they are gonna pick off this tower and then gonna work on the racks. There is Flaming Lasso being casted once again, going for the bear. Bear still have his Aegis. He might go down. Yes, he is gonna go now, but he still have Aegis. Now, one thing about Bear having Aegis, keep in mind that when he's coming back alive, he's going to come back alive in true form, so he's going to lose a lot of HP. Going to transfer back into the Bear form immediately, but Bad Rider goes down. Vicious is back, but he can't really do much anything. Getting perma-stun again by that line. Gets entangled still, and that Visage goes down. Rimrunner teleports back in after another buyback, but no, again, this line has just been in this battle for like a fucking eternity, just hexing, double hexing, impaling finger, just doing just such an annoyance. The Sven goes down once again. Crystal Maiden spawns. Is he gonna kill off the line this time? Yes, with a great power shot. Oh, it's gonna go down. Line goes down. But at this point, Rax is lost. Oh, but the mid Rax, these creeps pushing extremely hard. But yeah, Lion does definitely have buyback. Oh, he could definitely buy back if need be. Doesn't seem to need to do that right now. Giving the farm to the Enigma, to the Celebrator. So really well played by the Nirvana China. Like early game, I was really doubting them. They were losing towers left and right, and they weren't defending them on purpose, trying to buy time for that Celebrator farm. And the strategy almost backfired. Loss of melee racks, and things looked extremely grim. And I gotta say, might be a fatal mistake when Deity was pushing uphill. I think they were pushing uphill the first time or second time. There was before they got the racks on the first push, got a little bit overcommitted. Took Nirvana China out in a single team fight and was trying to get both the tower and the racks, and got a little bit overcommitted, died there, got team white there, and gave Nirvana China a little bit extra time. Yes, eventually Nirvana China did lose that racks, but that was another team fight could change, and then another team fight being lost by lost by the Deity on the bot lane. And I think right now things are looking extremely grim for the Deity team, but don't count Deity out yet. They are second place in WDC for a reason. And I think in both the game that Ian and I casted, especially in game 2 of the WDC final, where Deity was looking like they were out of the game because they were going up against Dusa, they were going up against some of the hardest late game heroes. But just through their exceptional play, I do mean exceptional play, they managed to hold on and almost staged a comeback against the Dusa in the very late stages of the game. So I just don't want to count Deity out yet. They definitely have what it takes to pull something out magical, but let's see if the stars are aligned, and they definitely need every single fucking stars to be aligned to pull it out here. Sven does have his BKB to finish, but this point in the game, like 46 minutes in the game, Blink Dagger BKB Sven is just not going to be enough. He really needs another big item, like an AC, or maybe like a big plus damage item, or Mask of Madness to really increase his DPS. Last team fight, we saw him blinking him against going online, and the Witch Doctor, he wasn't able to bring any person down. And my god, Witch Doctor having his Axe Stick finish, 4 staff. Yes, DGC, my homeboy, getting the best item in the game, which is that 4 staff. And looks like this game is all but finished. Yafet blinks in the tree saying, I'm a mother effing ninja with a Vanguard. Late game, 46-minute Vanguard. How baller is that? Go staff. Dude, Blink Dagger, fingers a creep. That is, I gotta say that's freaking, I'm gonna drink some water. That's baller. Now he can't use it on this Necrolick. Wish he had that finger though, huh? Wish that he had that finger. Oh, the bear's coming in. The bear's coming in. What are they doing? First hit in Tango. No, Blink Dagger's gonna go on the bear. The bear, a lot of HP. Summons bear back. More in Tango is gonna be happening. That's Sven taking so much damage. Nice Shackle Shack, hitting both the bear and the bear. And now the Bat Rider is gonna go and laying the fire around, but gotta be careful. When he dies, the fire is gonna be a good way. Sven goes down immediately. BKB is gonna be activated on the Enigma. Black Hole getting a single hero, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. Death Ward gets cancelled immediately. Now we see on the runs, Crystal Maiden casting his ultimate once again for more freezing hacks, but unfortunately Crystal Maiden at this point ultimate does not going to be enough. Finger Death is back on cooldown. Now the winner trying to run out, but between 18 hexes and impales and Malphus, that guy is going to go down, and I think we're just waiting for Deity just to call it a GG at this point. I didn't even know what happened, but bot lane, they lost the range racks as well. Nirvana China is going to just go in, take the melee rack, swing to the mid lane, and it's going to be the game. The Observer is just staving at this point, but I don't think that is even necessary. And Nirvana China rolling it in for the victory. AC already finished? Yes, the AC was finished before the team fight even happened in last team fight. So, and Nirvana China should just swing mid to get the Megas. 40 Vic. Just waiting patiently. Now they're gonna go for the throne. Be cool, okay? Nirvana China, be cool. I think there's, at this point, it's just a little bit found farming. GG being called, and That is the game. So really good black holes though. Really good black holes for the Enigma. Well, no. Okay, black holes. Did you see black holes are usually extremely good. This game, like, yes, he was landing it, but only on like 2 heroes. Like normally DGC, like I expect him to black hole the entire team and the fountain together, at the same time. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that. But yeah, this definitely not the best black hole. But regardless, he was able to set up his team. And Silencer was extremely annoying, just with the global silence and last word and just everything. And I think because of that, they were just able to pull this game out fairly easily. They definitely had a hiccup in the mid game, and it looked a little bit grim. Nirvana China was like, oh shit, pushing down mid racks, but held it ground. Definitely had the later game, had a better team fight too. Props to Deity though, winning some of the early team fights, especially the team fights after both the Blink Dagger and the Blink Dagger on the Enigma and the Lion finished. So I gotta say though, props to Yafit. So I gotta say this item build is just baller. How baller is this item build? Like Blink Dagger into Hex into Scepter into a 45-minute Vanguard. Like that is baller. I don't know. Again, I'm not too much of a Bat Rider player myself, but I really didn't like Lone DD's Bat Rider too much. He wasn't extremely too aggressive. I really didn't see him initiating. It was always the Sven jumping in to initiate. Yes, Sven is definitely not a bad initiator, and he could definitely get the job done. But I really prefer, Bat Rider going and getting either the Line, the Silencer, or the Enigma, because if you could disable one, the Sven jumping in together, pops his BKB, and just with his God's Ray, just rail on him, they could really pick off a team, hero immediately. I'm not too sure because Sven, like, he goes in, but like he doesn't have the DPS, he doesn't have the survivability to really cope with it. And Zoe is just doing his dirty work in the background. And first hit entangling so many people, it was just insane. So not much late game analysis. I hope you guys don't mind this too much this first game back. I'm still feeling a little scratchy in my throat, but I will bring you guys even more game if there is good Ghost of Gamer replays up. And aside from that, yeah, shout out to that comic thing. If you're a good artist, and if you're interested, do let me know. And I believe that's it. Give me more feedback on that YouTube thing, whether you guys enjoy the full-length segments and whatnot. Oh yeah, one last thing. I've been getting a lot of requests to do the single hero focus commentary that I did on eHome X's line. And a lot of people have been asking me to do more of that. Yes, I don't mind doing more of that, but the problem is I have trouble finding a very good replay of a particular hero. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of suggestion of like a Shadow Fiend or an Invoker or those like really cool carry type of heroes. Please don't suggest those type of heroes because it's really boring to watch them farm, and there's going to be a lot of farming scene. If you want to suggest a hero, I really recommend suggesting some type of support hero, some type of ganking hero to keep the action really intense and really, there's a lot more to talk about and whatnot. And also, I feel like there's a lot more to learn about in terms of going over ganking / support as opposed to going off carry. I mean, definitely carries, there's a lot to talk about as well, but I feel like not as much. And maybe because I'm more of a support player, I feel like I could definitely give more insight to support play as opposed to carry play. So if you guys want to see more of those replays, I definitely would do them if you have good replay recommendations for that. So if you want to recommend me a replay, definitely get over to DotaCommentaries.com under the recommendation tab and just give me a message there. So again, not exactly the best cast, maybe, I don't know. Hope you guys enjoyed it though. Until next time, this is Luminous signing off. GG.